Hey guys, Cast 72. Hope everyone's doing well. Today guys, I want to go ahead and try to do a wax or buffing, I should say, on my car. Not that it needs it a whole lot, but I noticed the other day in the sunlight, I wish the sun was out right now so that you guys can see, but it's quite not out yet. But when it does, we'll see a difference because this kind of has a few little swirl marks, nothing major. I guess over time when I've washed it, you know, believe it or not, microfiber cloths will leave some swirl marks if you don't put enough lubricant when you're washing the your vehicles. So what I want to do today is that we're going to go over it with some I want to do a video on these SPTA pads, foam pads for buffing. And the two products that I'll be using is going to be the Ultra Cut Compound and the Ultra Finishing Polish. We're going to start with the compound and then go with the Ultra Finishing Polish. So let me just do a quick opening real quick of this product. Just bear with me here. Let's see if I can set this up. All right, guys. Let me just show you what you get inside the box here. I already opened them. As far as opening them, they just had like a plastic cover around the whole set, and I just tore the plastic cover open, and that's how I was able to expose them. But anyway, you get this small little foam pad catalog or brochure, and basically I like it because it tells you what each individual color represents and what it's for. In my case, well, let's start from the top. The green is considered a T120 for heavy cut. The yellow is a T80 for medium cut. The orange is a T60 for light cut. Then you have your blue for your polish, the T40, and then the red is T20 for your finished polish. I'm already decided what I'm going to use is going to be the medium cut. I know it sounds a little harsh, but I think that's going to do the job in a lesser amount of time with the least amount of work. So I'm going to go with the yellow, and then I'm going to do blue with the orange is going to be used with the Ultra Cut Compound, and then I'm going to go with the blue for the polish, the Ultra Finish Polish, and then lastly I'm going to use the red, which is your finish polish. I'm going to use a ceramic coating, and it has instructions in English, and then you've got French, Dutch, Spaniard, Italian, and it looks like that's about it. And that's all it is, just 2 pages. The grit and how coarse each pad works its finish, and then of course how to put it onto your orbital buffer or your buffing tool. I just want to make sure there's not another page. Nope, that's it. Then it turns into a different language. Oh, I'm sorry. And then the cleaning steps. The last page is the cleaning steps on how to keep the pads clean. So anyway, enough about that. The pads, they seem pretty solid. These are the 3 we're going to be using. The compound, the polish, and then the final finish. These 2 I'm not going to use. I think they're going to be a little too coarse. And you could feel the difference, guys. I mean, if you feel this one, it's pretty coarse and solid. This one's about half of what that feels like, the green one. And it just goes on, the yellow, the blue, and the red. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this started, guys, so I'm not taking too much of your time. We'll start with the yellow. And let me get the camera set up. Like I said, I wish the sun was out so you guys can actually see some the quality of the sheen and the slight imperfections on the Kia. But the best I can do is, I don't even know if this is going to help you guys. There's just a few little imperfections, nothing major. I just kind of want to really give it a good shine, a once over, and then give my thoughts on this product. So let me go ahead and get the camera set up, get my equipment ready, and that way we can get this started. First thing first, guys, I got a bucket and a wet cloth, just pure water, just to give it a quick wipe. That way, in case there's any dirt or residue on the vehicle, by buffing it, we're not gonna actually add more swirl marks or damage to the finish. I've already washed the vehicle. Yeah, you see, there's an example. That's what we just took off of it. So we're gonna do that real quick. And you can see that it was dirty. All right, let me go ahead and get the orbital, the buffer. I'm trying to do this where you guys can actually see me doing this. Hold on. All right, well, right off the bat, they seem to have a good stick contact with the with the buffer. The pad seems to hold on pretty well. All right. Let me wipe down this. Hold on here. Let me wipe down this one spot I didn't get. Okay. All right, guys, let's try this and see what happens. In case you guys are wondering, I'm gonna start off setting mine at 2. Where's my settings at? At 2, and then once I get the chemical or the compound all around the hood, then I'm gonna bump it up to about 5 or 6 setting on the buffer. I guess it would help if I had some power to it. Hold on. All right, let's try that. We're ready. All right, guys, at this point, let me mount the camera in a better direction and then we'll go ahead and do time lapse. I'm gonna bump it up to 6 and then go from there. Okay, guys, again, I wish the sun was out so we can see the difference, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue on. I'm gonna do time lapse. I'm gonna continue buffing the whole car, but I'll leave this fender untouched because that's how the hood looked. The hood resembled the fender, and then we can compare the two hopefully when the sun comes out a little later. But I can tell you right now, it's definitely taking off some product. You can see that. So it's definitely doing its job, and I can pretty much see a difference, to be honest with you. So here's the side that got done. Here's the side that didn't. Yeah, I can see a difference, guys, honestly. But anyway, let me go ahead and do time lapse. I'm going to continue on and we'll come back and hopefully the sun will be out and we'll compare the two. This will be the finished product. That's going to be the non-touched product. All right, guys.
My eyes, I can see the sky.
Okay guys, it looks like the sun finally decided to come out, and before it goes away again, I gotta tell you, the results are amazing. It actually did a very good job. I had a bunch of little swirls that I could see, and now I can barely see them. And that's only with the compound. I haven't gone over with the polish yet. And now here's a portion of the fender, and I don't know if this camera's doing it any justice, but you can see all the swirls. I don't know if y'all can catch that on the camera. Let me see if I can move here. No, that's not gonna work. Well, that's the best I can do, guys, but trust me, there's like swirl marks. I don't know if you can see them right here. See all those swirl marks? If you look over here where I've buffed it, it had the same situation, and they're not there. They're there, but slightly. You can barely notice them. And I didn't know how long to keep the buffer on the surface. I didn't want to screw up the paint job, but I'm pretty sure if I were to give it another coat, it'd probably come out even better. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with the results so far. Let me go ahead and give it a complete finish over the whole vehicle before the sun really comes out, and then we'll do a walk through on it, and then give you my final thoughts. All right, guys. Okay guys, the whole car's been buffed, and I've already used the blue pad was for the polish, and then the yellow was for the actual compound. I keep this on here just to kind of keep them a little moist until I get ready to go inside and clean them up. And now we're going to use the red one. And in case you're wondering, this is the final product I'm going to use on top of everything. It's Meguiar's hybrid ceramic liquid wax. That's going to be the last thing I put on right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and that's it. We're done. We'll see what the end result looks like, but so far I can tell you it's a huge difference. I was a little hesitant to use sponge because I've never worked with sponge before. I've done wool pads and microfiber pads, but I gotta admit, I'm pretty happy with the results on the sponge. I can't complain. All right guys, let me go ahead and get this last bit done and call it a done deal. We're almost done. Hang in there. On this particular product here, guys, it goes over plastic, vinyl, the car itself, the paint, and normally you just let it dry for about 3 minutes, but because it's so hot out here, the sun's out, I'm just going to go over it really quick. It's real clear. You're not going to see any residue whatsoever. So just so that you know, if you notice that I'm going over it real quick and then wiping it shortly after, it's because that's how this product works. You don't have to give it much time. It's pretty much just a layer of I guess ceramic wax. All right guys. Okay guys, now we're officially done with the compound, the polish, and then a ceramic coat real quick on the top. What do I think? In all honesty guys, I think the pads did a pretty damn good job. I definitely recommend them. I had no issues. They did a good job. They buffed out really nice. Now the only thing left is to clean them up really good so I can use them again. The adhesion on them held up very well. They had a very good contact. And overall, I think they did a decent job. Beyond decent. I think they did a pretty damn good job. And that's the end of it, guys. I'll put the link in the description if you guys are interested. I highly recommend them. All right, Cast 72. Peace out.